What's up? What's going on? Cold plunge. Time to chat and talk about analyzing stuff. You want to analyze, but you don't want to analyze to the degree that it makes you enabled. The whole paralysis by analysis. What I'm talking about is obviously I'm assuming you set goals, and if you don't set goals, watch videos on that, or just start setting goals. Write them down. What do you want to achieve? You can break it down, set smart goals, all that's great stuff. So we want to talk about analyzing your progress. So let me just break it down. Let's say you're a basketball player and your shot is off. You can't make free throws. You miss more than you make, and you got to analyze the little details. So obviously you have to start shooting first to know that you're missing. So you have to start shooting first. You can't just from the start analyzing everything. And this is what people do wrong so many times. They start analyzing the mission statement, they analyze their business, they analyze how to get more prospects, they analyze and analyze and analyze, and nothing ever gets done. That's the death of every business right there. Stop analyzing, go out there and start trying different things. So let's do shot mechanics when it comes to a free throw here. So you're going to start shooting. You're going to shoot 10 free throws. You're going to shoot 23 free throws, 30 free throws, 100 free throws. And during that process, you should be giving yourself feedback. Now, you can get AI now to give you feedback. You can get a coach to come in and give you feedback, but start with just yourself. Start with analyzing, like, okay, where's my elbow? Where's my hand? Is my wrist back? Am I following through? What are some key things that most coaches will always tell you to do? All right, did that improve my success rate? Now am I making 5 out of 10, 6 out of 10, right? What am I doing to get closer to perfection, right? Steph Curry made what was it, 100 something threes in 5 minutes or less. So his margin for error is so much smaller, which has made him the best shooter. But he still misses, right? He'll still miss. It's still hard to maintain that constant rhythm and perfect form and mechanics during all the stuff he does, but he does it better than everybody else. So what you're going to do is analyze those little things and constantly give your feedback. So again, from a free throw shooting standpoint, how much do I bend my knees? How much do I fall through? What motion do I move? Do I bring the ball back here above my head? Do I bring it forward? What adjustments do I make to become more effective? And I make my margin of error less and less. And obviously free throws is an easy example, because now if you're consistently getting 8 out of 10, then 9 out of 10, then 10 out of a 10, and then 19 out of 20, and then 29 out of 30, 49 out of 50, right? 99 out of 100. Now your margin of error is becoming more and more successful. So you're constantly improving that, but it starts by doing the activity and sticking with it and analyzing it. It's okay to scrap everything altogether. Let's say you're prospecting clients and you're going out there and you're running Facebook ads and you're writing copy and you're making adjustments, you're doing all those things, and it's not progressing to a prospect, right? Maybe hire a coach, hire a consultant, and see if they could get better results. Could be the ad copy, could be the ad image, could be the video, all these things. Could be the wrong market, whatever. But constantly go down that road until if you see adjustments. Obviously, when it comes to like running ads, you look like at clicks, click-through rate, cost per clicks, all these things, keywords, whatever. If it's on Google, if it's on Facebook, you look at your audience, who you're targeting, what the message is behind it, all that stuff. And then you can see, like, am I consistently getting closer? My cold calls, am I using a script? Because now if I have a script, I know what works and what doesn't work. I can go back to the drawing board. But then I'm making another 100 calls and I'm analyzing that script. Is it more effective? Now I got a 10% show up rate. Okay, now I'm getting a 12% show up rate when I adjusted this, when I started asking X and Y and Z, when I started asking people more questions, when I started listening to people more, I started to improve my my close rate or my show up rate or appointment booking rate, whatever it may be, whatever your goal is. You want to analyze those things, but not without I made 3 calls and now I'm analyzing, beating myself up and then throwing it away. What you need to analyze as you do a large sample size, right? The larger the sample size, the better. The more you can improve and analyze those little details, you're going to start getting more and more effective results, and you're going to have a system in place where you're going to outcompete all your competitors because you're constantly taking things, breaking them down, and becoming more and more effective. So your margin of error is getting less and less. So therefore, your profitability will go up and up, because therefore you know what's going to work and what's going to be effective from an email marketing standpoint, from a Facebook ad standpoint, from a Google ads, from a cold calling standpoint, from a cold email standpoint, uh, from shooting free throws to shooting 3 pointers to dribbling a basketball to whatever it may be in your life, right? Like if it's about building a supplement brand, being a fitness company, all these things, what are you doing? No different than what I'm doing right now. I'm filming a video, and yeah, I'm releasing it to the public, and I don't really care about how many views I get or all that stuff, but I'm going to analyze what I'm doing, and is it appealing to my audience? Obviously, I'm doing this because it's fun, it's engaging, helps me out, and I'd like to speak to my audience in a way that helps them in their life, right? And if I'm not reaching out to you and this message isn't becoming valuable to you guys, then I need to make some changes. So obviously in the comments below, feel free to give me as much feedback as possible, because I want to improve. I want to analyze. I look at the data and constantly adjust it. But if I only did 2 videos and beat myself over the data, I'm not really doing anything to be effective. I have to do hundreds and hundreds of videos and constantly make adjustments and look at those analytics and be like, okay, maybe it was my thumbnail, maybe it was my description, my headline. Okay, obviously, was the content valuable? Did you watch all the way through? Did you jump off when I started rambling? Like, whatever. I need to figure out how to be more effective for you guys and help you guys out, so then you can be more successful in your life. That's obviously my goal. It's as simple as that. Doesn't matter. I'm saying guys, it's girls, it's gals, whatever you want to call yourself. I support you. Uh, Not going to get into any of that stuff. Like, I want you to help you with your success, your life, your business, your growth, all those areas, family, communication, any area that I can. That's the goal. But we do it by constantly pushing stuff out, constantly doing stuff, and getting dirty, right? Like, I gotta do 100 videos first. I gotta do, 1,000 cold calls first. And on the way, I'm analyzing that and I'm improving, right? But I have to create a system in place where I can track my progress. If you just make random calls and you don't have a script, you don't have anything to say, you don't have a system to make phone calls, then you're gonna run into some problems, because you have to create it. And like I said, start off with just making random calls and then improve from there. Then write a script, figure out like what people like to listen to, what they want to hear about. If you're selling them, let's say, personal training, if you reach out to them and ask them like, hey, what are your goals, what are you reaching for, also, the more you can ask questions, I find, and communicate effectively, the more they're going to reciprocate. If you're just walking up, for example, if you just walk up to a girl and be like, hey, will you marry me, or hey, will you uh, come home with me, right? Like, it's not going to be as effective. I'm not saying it won't work, right? It can work, but it's not going to be as effective as if you build a relationship, build rapport, provide more value up front first. And then from there, it becomes an easier close, right? Get to know somebody, build a relationship, talk to them, because hey, you might talk to them and find out like, I have zero interest in taking this girl home or whatever, or guy home or whatever. Support all you guys. At the end of the day, it's just an example to showcase what you guys need to do, is then analyze your results and go back to the drawing board, make adjustments, tweak it, and see if you've improved your close rate, your open rate on emails, anything in that regards. I'm over my 8 minutes. This thing can't feel my legs. You know the deal. Go back to achieving your success, your dreams. Links will be in below if you want help or any of that stuff. But otherwise, take care, and here's to all the success.